So let's talk about treatments that help with enlarged pores that also address aging, right? Because I talked about in my video ingredients that you need for enlarged pores, the 3 things that are really contributing to your enlarged pores, right? So that is oil production, UV damage, and aging. So these treatments will come in at all different price points, obviously depending on where you live, but the number one thing to really go to would be chemical peels. And a salicylic acid peel is great because that is a beta hydroxy acid and really will help get rid of some of that oil and help to make the pores appear smaller. But there are a host of other acids that I've used and have really good success with, both on myself and my clients over the years. So that would be TCA, Gesner's, which is a combination lactic salicylic and resorcinol. Those are probably my favorites. There are some small studies that suggest glycolic acid in helping to reduce pore size, but I am not a fan of glycolic acid that much because it is a small molecular size. It penetrates really deeply. It's hard to control. So sometimes when it's combined with other acids, I tend to like it better, but I'm not a big fan. And then there's lactic acid, which is okay. It's good for skin brightening, but I haven't used it that much or really at all for reducing oil, pore size, or just for aging. But those are popular chemical peels that you can ask for that will help with aging and pores. We can also talk about microdermabrasion. I'm not a huge fan of microdermabrasion because it's a manual exfoliation and it's kind of scrubby, right? The tips, we have a diamond tip microderm and we have a hydroderm as well, which has the suction. So you just definitely don't want to use these at-home microdermabrasion machines because people tend to over-exfoliate, overdo it, and then they scratch the skin, irritate the skin, which can lead to hyperpigmentation and a host of other problems. But in a clinic setting with an experienced person, they can do a little bit of microdermabrasion, which is kind of what sometimes I will do even prior to the peel to get off the top layer of dead skin and kind of suck out some of the cellular debris before I apply the chemical peel. That's a good way to enhance the penetration of the peel. Dermaplaning as well is popular to just get off the top layers of dead skin to enhance certain chemical peel, the absorption of it. So those are treatments that also can be beneficial. So some companies have come out with these light therapies, right? You'll see them online, the LED, the blue light, the red light. So those also have some good information about helping. So the blue light more for killing bacteria and acne, the red light to stimulate collagen. So I do incorporate those into my treatments, usually at the end over, either a mask or on plain skin, dependent on the situation. But there is some good data suggesting those do help. So blue light and red light, but alone, I don't think it's a strong enough treatment, but combined with other treatments, it's a good option. So let's talk about microneedling, right? So microneedling has been around for like 30 years. It's really an old technology now, or not even technology, but it's a really old technique. But it still maintains popularity and it does have its place. So I would suggest if you could do microneedling with like a 0.5 millimeter or a 1. Those are the only sizes that I sell, but I only sell them to my clients that I instruct them how to use them because they will be a little bit more effective in, helping to stimulate collagen or that wound healing response to tighten the skin. So those are an older technology. And then we moved into microneedling, right? Which is also a way of needling different depths and different layers of the skin. So I do a ton of microneedling and you can do it with PRP, but it can be expensive. So we do it with our own mesotherapy solutions that we purchase from different vendors, med spa vendors that have different growth factors, peptides, say even ingredients to reduce oil production, to kill bacteria. So I have a ton of different mesotherapy solutions that we will use in conjunction with medical microneedling. So that is also a treatment that will be beneficial to help tighten the pores and in conjunction with ingredients, help to reduce oil production and stimulate collagen, and then add the LED light treatment. That is a win-win. So getting into a higher price point now, there are newer generations of microneedling with radiofrequency. The newest one we do have in our location. So it is gold microneedling with radiofrequency. So it heats the needles like uniformly. And again, you can target different areas of the face, different depths, and choose a different radiofrequency or heat component. So the heat stimulates collagen, and the microneedles that are insulated also have a controlled wound healing mechanism that helps to stimulate collagen, therefore making the pores appear smaller. Now, I combine my treatments with the mesotherapy solutions. We don't do PRP in my one office, but another office that I work in, they do the PRP, but it can be very expensive. So I, again, use these mesotherapy solutions, which are cocktails of different actives to really address pores and skin firming. So, and then again, I use the LED with this treatment to stimulate wound healing and kill bacteria. So another treatment that's popular is bipolar radiofrequency, so without the microneedling. So with heat-based treatments, you want to be careful and really go to someone that's skilled in skin of color, because too much heat can lead to pigmentation problems. But heat in general with radiofrequency or bipolar radiofrequency can cause a heating to the skin, which causes collagen formation really, and a skin firming effect. So bipolar radiofrequency, another thing that we do is popular, and you say combine it with some other treatments for an even increased effect. So there are a couple doctors that I follow on YouTube, and one is Dr. Davin Lin, and he does have skin of color, and he had really good success using the Pico laser, which is fractionated Q switch laser. I'm not that familiar with it, but I'll link the video below because that's a really good laser for skin of color. But he does say if you have Caucasian skin that you will need more treatments with that to get really good results. So another interesting technique that he uses, and I'll link, put some video in, is using a high level of TCA. So I had mentioned I use TCA as a peel, but I use, a lower dose. He, as a doctor, uses a 70 to 100% straight TCA, specifically in the pores. Now, again, this I don't think would be good for any skin of color, but I don't know, I haven't tried it. But there are some really good results and minimum downtime because you're really just spot treating. So he does this syringe micro droplet osmosis technique. It's really interesting and the results are really good. So I think I'm a big fan of peels in general. So I think this is a really good way to go if you have really, really deep acne scars or really, really deep pores. Look into this treatment. Maybe someone in your area does it, but I'll put in some videos so you can see what it's all about.
That's to use trichloroacetic acid or TCA. Traditionally, the way to do this is to actually use a toothpick to actually dip and then dab. I actually like using a syringe delivery method. I find it quicker. I'm not injecting. So once again, I emphasize this. I am not injecting into the skin. All I'm doing is just dripping a tiny bit using osmosis to actually carry on to treat the pores. So I find it's a much quicker method. And for finer work, yes, I do use a toothpick, but the majority of scars, I like using this method of a syringe delivery.
So I hope you like this video. I hope it gives you some tips and ideas, what treatments that you can ask for to help with your pore size and just general aging. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments and different treatments that you have had success with your pores and the oily T-zone. But remember that your skincare is equally as important. So you want to watch my video on ingredients that you need to help with pore size, reducing oil production, and things that you might be doing to be contributing to your pore size. And please subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon.